of James Hanratty, and Breeder Power. Is Breeder here?
To my parents, Paul was their rock. They were very down after the execution, and Paul come, and he picked him up, said, "Come on, I'll show you how it's done." He selected a committee, and all that, and went round the country, giving lectures and that. Paul was brilliant. Paul is a great person. He was a great journalist, and he was very warm. He's one of the nicest persons I've ever met. Sorry. But he looked after my parents for about 40 years. I couldn't handle it. I was too young. But he was a terrific guy, very warm. And when my father was dying, he sat with him for a week, every evening, from work, till he died. Okay. Sorry, I'm not very good at speaking, but I get too soft. But I'd like to lighten it a bit. People who knew Paul, he was in private eye one day, and the telephone rang, and he said, "This is private eye. It's Paul." Anybody who knew Paul would see the funny side of it. So he said, "This is John." So he said, "Who?" He said, "It's John Lennon." He said, "Will you effing get off the phone? I've got a paper to get out." Put the phone down, and John Lennon rang him up again. So, but the way Paul told me, he was terrific at telling the tale, you know. So then he said, "All right, we'll make." He rang again, and he said, "All right, well, I don't know how he found out it was the real Lennon, but he arranged for him to come round to Private Eye, and when he did, Paul took him out for lunch. Walked into the restaurant, I don't know if it was a Chinese or what, but the waitress collapsed. When she saw John Lennon, she clapped, fainted. And I can't tell a story like Paul did. You know, if you knew Paul, he could, if he was telling you anything, he'd take off the voices, like the first gentleman said. He'd do all the voices. No, he was very. But I mean, I think if my father was alive today, he would have loved to come. That's it.